2, go.
Hello all, and welcome to Duplicate Success International Monday Night Webinar. Today is Monday, February 23rd. My name is Randy Krebs, Gold Director from Salt Lake City, Utah. I have the distinct honor of introducing the host of tonight's webinar. He is a very well-respected business leader and mentor in this industry. You'll definitely want to have your pen and paper out, sitting up, paying attention, and taking notes as you learn how this industry expert continues to build his business successfully. He has achieved the rank of Ruby Director within our company. He is the co-founder of Duplicate Success International. He is an amazing leader, mentor, and most importantly, I'm very proud to call him my son. Jared, are you on the line?
I'm on the line. Thank you, Dad, for the great introduction as usual. I really appreciate it.
You're welcome.
All right, well, welcome everybody to tonight's webinar, and we have a lot of recognition to do. I'm actually really excited for this call, and there's a lot of people on this line from all over the United States. And Dad, can you actually mute your line? I'm hearing some background noise. Actually, we need to mute the entire line. Let's see here. Okay, I think I've muted everybody. Now, I'm going to be unmuting certain people throughout the webinar because we have such...
Is that better?
Yes, that's better. Thank you. We have such great things to recognize, and everyone's been doing an amazing job. So before we get into it, I want to go ahead and start with our Team DMO, that's Daily Method of Operation. Basically, if you're able to do these 3 things every day, you can be successful. And the thing I love about the DMO is that anybody can do it no matter how busy they are. Everybody can do these because they don't take too much time. Number 1, use the products every day, AM and PM. Anybody can do that. Number 2, read, watch, or listen to 15 minutes of personal development material daily. Again, anybody can do that while they're driving, while they're getting ready in the morning. We say 15 minutes minimum, but I do an hour a day. So I'd say most of your people that make more money at this, they're going to do more than 15 minutes. But 15 minutes minimum. And then text 2 brand new people per day with a simple invite text. And what I like to send is listed there below. When I thought of quality people I'd enjoy working with, I thought of you. Would you be open to hearing what I'm doing? And obviously, that's a very simple, short text, but that gets the job done. And 2 brand new people a day, if you add that over a 30-day period, that's 60 brand new people a month that you would be giving a chance to start with USANA. And it just adds up little by little. Your business isn't going to change overnight. Nothing worthwhile ever does. But while doing this consistently, I would say 5 to 6 days a week, you can build quite a nice income. And today's going to be all about that journey that it takes to build this. Now, I want to start with team recognition because everyone is doing so great. In fact, I'm preaching to the choir because everybody on this webinar is doing their DMO every day. And we have a lot to recognize, so let's get started first with our team recognition. And I want to start by recognizing Rene and Megan Martinez from Pleasanton, Texas, who recently achieved Premier Platinum Pacesetter. This is a very big accomplishment. They've enrolled in their first 6 weeks, actually 15 total people, 4 associates, 11 clients, and they generated over 1,600 volume points. And what platinum means, when somebody achieves platinum, that means that they are eligible for a lifetime matching bonus on the platinums that they create. And so it's a great bonus that USANA offers, and it's really an elite type of thing. Only about 10% of associates achieve it in their first 6 weeks. So big congratulations to Rene and Megan. And I want to actually bring them on the phone really fast here. I'm going to unmute you, Megan. And Rene, you have to unmute yourself as well. And are you able to unmute yourself? There you go.
Okay, how about that?
We hear you loud and clear. So,
Renee's
all right.
here with you.
Well, hello, Rene and Megan. Tell us, what are you excited about with your business, and share it with everyone. What do you feel has been the biggest key to your success so far in your first 6 weeks?
Well, I think one of the biggest keys to our success is definitely the training that we've gotten from you and the teamwork between me and my lovely wife, because I couldn't do it without her, and I'm sure it goes the same way.
Yes, I definitely wouldn't have been able to do it without the support of Rene and having all of and our team also as well, and plus just the training that we have been receiving over the past month or so. I mean, it has been, I feel like I'm back in college again with all the intense, work and writing down numbers and finding, different kind of people to talk to, and just, it's been really at times overwhelming, but it's all for the good. I know it is.
Absolutely. Well, I'm glad that you say that, because everybody listening right now, might think, oh, Rene and Megan had an easy time because, whatever, they have a lot of friends that bought product or whatever. But you said overwhelming. Tell us a little more about that and how you overcame that.
Well, I mean, overwhelming as far as just like, I mean, not the mixers are overwhelming or anything like that. It's just, it's a lot of work, really. I mean, I'm pretty sure a lot of people, think that, oh, it's just so easy, and they know a lot of people, from the gym that they work at, but it takes work to get people to our house and, sit them down and explain to them why we're doing this, and keeping up with them as far as like, on our admin sheets and our client and associate sheets. I mean, you've got to know names, you've got to know numbers, you've got to know what cycle they're in, and that stuff can get overwhelming. But if it's just like practice. Practice makes perfect, and the more you practice it, the better you're going to get at it, of course.
Yes, yes.
So that's the part that's a little bit overwhelming at times. But really, you just have to sit down. You have to make the time, and get all your paperwork in order before you can move on. Yeah.
Well, and what I hear you saying is that it's a business mentality. It didn't happen by chance. You took each client.
Oh no. No, this is work, and God has blessed us too. So I mean, most of our credit goes to Him, and I feel like, and with all the teamwork that's happening and all the training that you're giving us, this is the reason why we are going to be successful.
Well, thank you. I received the compliment, and I also definitely give glory to God, because it is definitely, a partnership, and we're very blessed, and you guys are doing an amazing job. And
Thank you
and I also want to edify your team, Robert and Priscilla, who are doing an amazing job, and Ernest Bevins and his wife Jamie.
Yes.
And also, lastly, before we move on, I just want to say I want everyone to know that Rene and Megan follow up with all of their clients. They know when their clients are getting their products. They know that when their clients get their products, they call them on the phone and walk them through how to take the dosages. They don't just assume that the client's going to take it correctly. They make sure the client knows. And as a result, they've had Monica Nader, their client, lose 5 pounds in 4 days. Destiny, who's Priscilla's client, also lost 5 pounds in 4 days. Renee's dad is getting results with his arthritis. Renee's getting results with his arthritis. Megan's getting results with her heart. Again, USANA's not a cure, but when they take the products correctly, it does a lot for their body, and it allows their body to heal themselves. So I just wanted to say that, because that's one of the main things I feel that's making you successful, is good follow-up and good service once they sign up.
Yes, I think that's really important, very, very important. I didn't realize how important it was until we actually sat down and did all the paperwork. I mean, you saw the ugly emoji I sent you. My face is red, and I'm like, ah.
Right.
It's tough. It's really hard work. And Rene wants to know, how come you didn't change the picture?
Oh my gosh, we're going to have to change that on all future recognition. Sorry. It was pulled from Facebook, actually, so.
It's okay. It's fine.
Rene and Megan. Oh, thank you. Rene and Megan recently joined Facebook, y'all. That was a big step for them. So
very big step. That was a very big step.
See their new picture, and also lastly, I'll say Megan has replaced her personal trainer income. In fact, by double this week. Correct?
Yes, I have.
So that the checks are really making a difference. So thanks again, Rene and Megan. We appreciate your feedback and your input into our team and everything you're contributing.
Yes, thank you, and thank you to my team also.
All right. Now let's move on. We also have Jesus Reyna, who rank advanced to sharer position, and a sharer makes their first $50 check, and a solid sharer makes $200 a month. So this is really the first step into replacing your products and having your products be for free. And Jesus, are you on the line? Let me see if I can unmute you. If I don't see you on the line right now. So if Jesus comes back, we'd love to hear from him, but he's doing a great job in USANA, and congratulations on enrolling 2 brand new associates last week and all the growth that you've been doing. It's been awesome to watch you. All right, now moving on to Ken and Helen Liu from Utah, who've rank advanced to sharer within their first week. In fact, they enrolled And then within, I think, a day or two, they had already advanced their business and created 2 new reset clients. And I'm not sure if they're on the line right now. I don't think that they are, but congratulations, Ken and Helen. I'm sure we'll hear from you at a future time. And they were sponsored by Randy and Viola Krebs in Salt Lake City, Utah, and it's a big blessing to be working with you and also expanding into the Hong Kong market and China market. Mom and Dad, do you have any short words you'd like to say about Ken and Helen?
Yes, that amazing couple. They met at USANA last week, just right during the initial, I went through a newspaper presentation with them, and they loved what they saw, and like I say, enrolled last Thursday, and then by Friday they had rank advance to share, which we're excited for both of them.
Yeah, fantastic work.
Thank you.
All right, and everybody watch out for Randy and Viola Krebs. They're going to be top gold directors in the United States on the reports coming out tomorrow. They made a very large check from all the work they've been doing, and I can't wait to see if you're number 1 or number 5 or number 10 in the United States. Who knows? But congratulations on a great week last week.
No, thank you. And again, it's a team effort. Can't do it without team.
Absolutely. All right, so now let's go ahead and welcome our new associates, people who just started a USANA business last week. And first of all, I want to start by welcoming Diana Holderness from Utah, new associate sponsored by Walt and Karen Stewart. And is Diana on the line, Dad? Or Walt and Karen? Oh, I see Diana. I'm going to try and unmute you, Diana. Okay, for some reason we're having problems. I know Diana's on her phone. Diana, we're going to have to work this out with you next week because you cannot unmute yourself on the phone. We want to hear from you, though. I've loved all your Facebook posts. I've loved all the interaction. You've contributed so much to our team in the little time you've been with us, and I look forward to meeting you in person and hearing your voice. Hopefully next week we can get this worked out. All right, let's move on to Joyce Allred from Utah, new associate sponsored by Walt and Karen Stewart. So welcome, Joyce, and looks like they are having some Nutrimil there, or some Nutrimil free. But I look forward to hearing your voice and meeting you at the next events as well. And congratulations, Walt and Karen Stewart, for being top 30 associate enrollers in the United States last week. Fantastic job. And Dad, if you can chime in at any time and let me know if Karen and Walt is on the line, we'd love to hear from them. Moving on, welcome to Ken and Helen Lau from Utah again. They are new associates and rank advancing associates, so they show up twice in our team recognition. I think currently they're in Las Vegas. And then big welcome to Annabell Trevino and Zeke Reyna, new associates sponsored by Jesus Reyna, and I know that they're on the phone. And I'm going to actually unmute you, Annabell, and hopefully you and Zeke can both speak on the line. Let me see here. Okay, I unmuted you. You have to also unmute yourself. You're there. Annabell, how are you?
We're good. How are you?
Good. We hear you loud and clear.
Can you hear us?
Yep, we hear you great. So tell us a little bit about you and what you do for a living, and about your son, and why you're excited about USANA.
Well, my son's actually the spearhead of this new venture that we're doing. I work in the medical management industry as an outpatient coordinator, which encompasses a whole bunch of boring stuff that I won't bore you with. My son is a student in a very difficult high school, and he's got a full-time job, and he's taking on this new challenge. So I will let him go ahead and speak.
Zeke, how are you? Good. So Zeke, we can't hear you very well. You might need to speak up. But I know that you're a football player and you have some aspirations to be a professional athlete in the future. Tell us, what was your main motivation behind starting USANA?
My uncle told me about like how it could help my body replenish and recover faster and get me a little bit more stronger for the upcoming season.
Absolutely. And then I'm sure it helped for you to know that all the professional athletes and celebrities and people that are in the media that take the product, did that also help you? You there? Did you? I'm sorry, you're coming in. You're cutting in and out.
Oh, yes, sir. It helped.
It helped. Okay. Well, Zeke, I want to just tell you I'm really proud of you for taking, having faith and getting started with your USANA business. I know you're going to get results with the products, and they're hosting their first mixer tomorrow night in San Antonio. And Zeke, briefly, can you tell us what attracted you to want to have a USANA business? Zeke, go ahead.
Opportunities and everything that it would offer me and help me.
Mm-hmm. I hear you. Well, that's true. And, you know, starting out at such a young age, you're definitely way ahead of the curve. And I have to brag on your uncle because he's doing a great job with USANA. And through all his challenges and everything he's going through, he's still managing to share USANA with new people and give them a chance to improve their health. So congratulations, Zeke and Annabell and Jesus, and look forward to working with you and starting tomorrow night, helping new people.
Thank you.
Look forward to it.
All right. Me too. We'll talk to you soon. All right. So thank you, Annabell and Zeke. I'm super excited for you guys. We're going to post the mixer pictures tomorrow for them. Next, I want to welcome Kimberly Philo from Florida as a new referral partner associate sponsored by Sherri Bender. And Kim has been a preferred customer for quite a long time. She has a great story, but I want to hear from Sherri Bender because this is a big win. Sherri's in San Diego, and she is friends with Kim, who's in Florida, and they've been friends for several years. Sherri from San Diego, are you on the line?
Yes, I am. Can you hear me?
Yes, we hear you great. So congratulations. Tell everybody about how this developed because I know it was years in the making.
Yeah, actually, so Kim and I are childhood friends. We grew up in Iowa together and kept in touch over the years. And I believe it began on a visit a couple years ago. Viola Krebs was with me. It's a good friend of mine. Just actually, I think, traveling. And we started talking to Kim about USANA, and she was very active, she was starting running. She is a hemophiliac, so she's one of those rare female hemophiliacs. And so she knew the importance of helping her body in every way she could as she was starting to do running and also bike riding. She rode her bike across Iowa, I think. She's done that a couple times, which is around 500 miles, which is a huge thing for someone who has hemophilia. And yeah, she's just continued to grow and use the products and challenge herself. And she's very kind of a motivational person for anyone with that disorder. And so we just kept, I guess, kept in touch, and she knew I'm a big advocate for health and USANA as well. And she recently, I just started, just kept kept the conversation going. She was learning more about the products. Viola was also there as a support if she had any questions about the company, things like that. So, of that nature. So, yeah, recently, Viola brought up to me the fact that she'd be a great referral partner, and so I approached her about it, and she thought that sounded great. And she rides every year for an organization called Gears for Good, and that's to help raise money for hemophilia research. And I believe that's on the East Coast. It's quite a, I think it's a 100-mile ride in a day or something like that, which is crazy on a bicycle. So, yeah, so she's already has a couple people that she's connecting me with. And my first person will be on Wednesday, just people who know Kim and find her very inspirational, motivational. They've crossed paths with her somehow. So, yeah, we're just going to partner up and enjoy the journey together and keep learning and as we're improving our own health. So very excited about that.
Awesome. Well, congratulations, Sherri. And I know this is a big win for you personally because I know you're a busy mom. You also work as a medical professional. And you've had a journey yourself in USANA where it was pretty much not so active, mostly like a client, and then now
as a client.
You've transitioned into becoming an associate who's bringing on new people. Can you share with everybody who's listening, because I know there's other people listening right now who are in a similar position. Maybe they haven't enrolled someone in a year or 6 months and they feel stuck. What got you out of it?
I am a strong believer in the need to share what I know and to help people. I feel that's kind of at my core. I've had a lot of support from Randy and Viola Krebs, people I've met along the way. Phyllis is on the call, just different people that I cross paths with. Jared, you've been so helpful in providing not only support when it comes to business, but also personal growth. And then also systems, how to set up a system so that I can do this. I do have 2 small kids, and I really feel it's important to continue to kind of spread the word about health and wellness. And so I'm really driven, I think, to help others who might have something that I can share with them that they honestly don't know about. There are a lot of people out there who they don't know about this stuff. You know, I had to educate my doctor.
Right.
So, and I had to learn how to do that from a comfort zone that I had to figure out for myself. So with a lot of support and learning, you know, just having confidence that this is a good company, these are good products, they're going to help people. So yeah, I hope that helps. So for me, you know, being inactive, I knew I had to kind of wait for the time to be right for myself. And, you know, things opened up and here I am. So yeah, I'm happy to be here. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you for sharing that. Go ahead, Mom.
Can I add something to that?
Yes.
Absolutely.
Sherri, also, can you tell everyone about your first convention, your international convention in Salt Lake City last year?
Wow, it was incredible. I think I was overwhelmed. It was more than I could have even imagined. If you've been to convention, if you haven't been, please try to go. I had never been. I think Viola might have described it as the United Nations of conventions, and it really was. It was really, I learned so much. It was so inspiring. It really kind of lit a fire within me about what USANA can do for people, what it can bring to their lives, not just the products, but also just as a business, a way to help people grow and connect with one another. It was fabulous. I was exhausted by the time it was done, but in a good way, in a really good way. So, yeah, I just wanted to say thank you for all the support that the Krebses give. I have to say, you're all just really good people, and I really appreciate everything that you do to help everybody on the team.
Well, thank you, Sherri. We received that. And I want to just end by saying a referral partner is somebody who tells you, hey, I will be an associate, but I don't want to work it. I don't want to be on the Monday night webinars. I don't want to go contact new people. But if I have a friend that wants to learn about the products, I will send them to you. You can take the time with my friend, teach my friend, and then place the friend in my organization. So basically, Kim is going to be making checks based on the business that she sends Sherri to service. But Sherri's going to do all the work. And that's fair because Kim's sending the referrals, and Kim did enroll as an associate. So they needed to order at least 200 volume points and order their BDS, and they're signing up as an associate. The USANA company doesn't call them a referral partner, but we do because we make a differentiation. And that also made Kimberly feel comfortable that she wouldn't be a seller, quote unquote. She's a referral partner. So please use that language when you're working with your referral partners. Thank you, Sherri?
And I think it really, Jared, if I could add, it really gives that person time to step back and see USANA, to see how it works, to see the benefit that it can offer people, and you can make it your own. So I think that's really what's important to understand about it as well. It gives someone a chance to really see it in action without getting out of their comfort zone.
Exactly. Thank you so much. I appreciate all that input, Sherri.
Yeah, thank you, Jared.
You're welcome.
Yeah, thank you.
All right, so let's move forward now and recognize our newest clients. We have Lisa Santos Ferreira, new client sponsored by Rene and Megan Martinez. We have Marissa Martinez, also a new client sponsored by Rene and Megan Martinez. We have Stephanie Jaksic, another new client sponsored by Rene and Megan Martinez. Man, y'all had a great week. We have Alonda Martin, a new client sponsored by myself and Crystal. Alonda is actually Crystal's boss at MAC Cosmetics at the North Star Mall, and Alonda contacted me to reset. Actually, I asked Alonda, I was doing my DMO. I know I have to contact 2 new people a day, right? So I was like, Alonda, we're practicing a 10-minute video. Would you mind watching it and give me your feedback? And she said yes, and that eventually led to her becoming a client. But I will tell you that that's not how it went down. I formed Alonda. I talked to Alonda about how long she's worked at MAC, what she likes about MAC, you know, where she's from. I probably was just hanging out at the MAC Cosmetics for about 10 minutes, talking and chatting with Alonda all about Alonda. So I can't stress that enough, that when you're meeting with prospects, don't go ask them to watch the 10-minute video right away. Spend 10 or 15 minutes getting to know them. Don't even mention you or USANA or nothing. Just talk about them, learn about their job, what they like about it, what they dislike about it, ask about just whatever, and just have conversation. And then after you build the relationship, then go into the whole, hey Alonda, I need to ask you a favor. My company actually has a 10-minute video that we're practicing on people. Would you mind watching it and letting me ask you some questions afterwards? And that's how Alonda led Alonda. And now she's ready to reset. She's on day 2 of the reset. So we'll be posting her results this week. Welcome, Alonda. Also, Vicky Losada from Texas, new client sponsored by Carmen Gutierrez. She lost 15 pounds in 6 weeks doing USANA, and we hosted a mixer at her house last week, and we have Carmen Gutierrez on the line. And Carmen also sponsored Justice Siller last week, another new client who's a great friend of hers. And so I want to bring Carmen on the phone, and I just want to ask Carmen, what's working for you? Share with us your success. I'm going to unmute you. Carmen Gutierrez, are you there?
Yes, I'm here.
We hear you loud and clear.
Hello. Okay, good.
So Carmen, first of all, tell us about Vicky in a nutshell. What was her secret to losing 15 pounds in 6 weeks?
Well, first of all, she is a very, she perseveres. She wanted to lose weight, and she knew the product was good, and she stuck to the program, and she lost the weight. You know, she loved the product, and she enjoyed it, and that's how she lost the weight. And also, we work together. I encourage her. Sometimes it can be a bit hard, you know, because it's something new, but she lost the weight fast, and she's kept it off, and she keeps losing weight until she reaches where she wants to be at. And that's basically it. You know,
phenomenal.
She just wanted to do it.
I want to tell everybody, you're all part of our USANA clients page. Go and save this picture. I saved this picture to the camera roll of my phone, and I've been sending it to all of my clients who finish the 5-day reset. And I tell them, hey, you want to lose 10 more pounds? You can be like Victoria. And I send this picture, and it's getting my clients who did the reset to buy the next month of products. So thank you for posting this picture, Carmen. It's a very great picture.
No, you're welcome.
And what do you feel like has been your success so far? Because I know you were on a vacation for a month. You weren't working USANA. You've hit the ground running. You've already advanced your business to believer level. Your products are starting to pay for themselves. What's been your biggest aha or key that you can share with the team?
Well, just to be positive and to keep meeting people. It's, you know, just have fun with it. You meet people, you hear the stories, and you share with them what the product can do for them. And the products in the company are always meeting somebody's needs when, you know, when it's the time. So sometimes for some people it's not the right time, and you just wait for the right time when they actually need to get better in their health or financially or an opportunity, and that's when you know, USANA comes in.
Yeah, I like
so
what
basically
you're saying.
just help.
I'm sorry, I just didn't want to cut you off. I like what you said about always being positive, because it's easy to get negative in this type of business. It's easy to be like, oh, no one's signing up, or oh, I got rejected. And you said always be positive. How do you do that?
Just look at the positive things that happen in your life, you know. I mean, life can be also full of disappointments and so forth, but in every negative, there's always a positive. And I learned that maybe a couple years ago, and it's been helping me in every aspect of my life. So just keep positive. You know, you do sign up some now. You might not do it, you know, the way you want to, but it will keep coming. You know, just keep going. That's all it is to it.
I think that's probably one of the best things I've heard on this webinar so far, because you know, when you have a small positive action and you focus on that small positive action, it can lead to another one. And I know that I've been guilty of not doing that, and what's helped me really build to a strong, solid business is making that a discipline. Every night I think of 5 things I'm thankful for in my business, even if I didn't have a good business day. And I'm just really glad you said that. Thanks, Carmen, and congratulations on your success and all the people you're helping.
Thank you for your support.
Yes, you're welcome. All right, so next I want to recognize Melissa Ramirez, new client sponsored by Priscilla Ramirez, and I'm not sure if Priscilla's on the line. I actually don't see her right now, so we'll find out more about her later, but I know that she is starting on the reset later this week. So welcome, Melissa Ramirez. Also want to say welcome to Keisha Echeverria from Colorado, new client sponsored by Joshua and Dasha Union, and Lisa Timpson-Carr, another new client sponsored by Joshua and Dasha Union in Colorado Springs. So before we move on to the training content, I want to just hear from Joshua Union and Dasha. I'm going to unmute you guys. Tell us what is working for you guys, and tell us about your clients.
What's working for us is just...
Oh, Joshua, we don't hear you very well, sir. Are you on a phone or a computer? Yeah, we can barely hear you, no. Is Dasha on her computer? Oh, there you go.
She is.
There you go.
Oh, better now?
Yep.
Okay, so what's been working for us is just, when, one of us doesn't have, like, the greatest day and things like that, we just always keep each other motivated and keep a positive attitude within our house. I may have a good day talking to people, she may have a good day talking to people, but we were doing this together, so that it's a team effort.
Yeah.
This is a team endeavor in general. It's just
I hear you say team effort, Joshua, and I'm sorry we don't have good audio with you on this time around, bro. Dang it. Maybe next time we can have you on a computer or something. But I hear what you're saying, team effort and staying positive. And Dasha, I'd love to hear from you if the audio is going to work. Dasha, do you have anything you want to add to that?
Well, Joshua pretty much said everything. It does take teamwork and relying on each other and helping each other. I might not do great in this area, but he does amazing in that specific area, then he should help me. He helps me to be better, and then certain things that I'm good at, I help him. So, that works very well.
Absolutely. Great teamwork. Well, I see that happening with you, and y'all continue to be top income earners. Congratulations on being number 14 top growth in Colorado last week and for really taking over Colorado Springs. It's awesome to see, and we're excited to hear about how you like the Jordan Kemper event in Colorado this weekend.
Looking forward to it.
Absolutely. Thank you, Joshua and Dasha. All right. Also want to recognize Teresa Pietramali, sponsored by Phyllis Walker. And Phyllis had an amazing week last week, actually. Brought on several new clients and associates. Phyllis, are you on the line? I need to unmute you. You have 2.
I am, Jared.
There we go. We hear you, Phyllis. All right. So, Phyllis, tell us quickly, what are you excited about with USANA?
I have been excited about USANA for a long time. I love the products. I love the fact that it's kept me healthy off of prescription drugs. I talked to a lot of people about it. Some people aren't interested. Some people are coming back, like Teresa. She finally spoke to me Sunday and said, okay, what have you got for energy? So that's how she became a new client this weekend. And it's just talking to people and following up. I plant seeds, and some of them are coming into fruition. I too, Jared, have a great gratitude journal, and I write in it every night, and I believe that helps. And I thank the Lord for many blessings.
Wow, I love hearing that. Gratitude journal. That's the best. Again, that's one of the top things I hope you guys are getting from this. And I know we haven't gotten into the actual training of tonight, but I wanted to spend extra time on recognition for all of you because everybody has some type of training to add. And gratitude journal, man, thank you, Phyllis, for saying that. Every night writing down those 5 things. And I just got a text from my dad saying that Diana Holderness is now able to talk. Dad, can you unmute Diana?
Sure. Actually, I was talking with her right at the beginning, so let's see. Diana, you're there.
Yes, I am.
We hear you loud and clear. Welcome to the team, Diana.
Thank you so much.
So tell us.
Sitting here with Karen Stewart.
Are you there with Karen?
Yes, we're together.
Oh, fantastic. Well, great to hear y'all's voices. And well, tell us briefly about yourself, Diana, and why are you excited about USANA?
Well, I've known Karen for a couple of years, and she's just talked to me off and on about it. And for me, it was just the timing. The timing wasn't really right for me at first, but, you know, she exposed it to me, you know, several different times, and we'd talk about it, and it just felt like it was the right time, and so I'm excited that I've joined, and we're going to be a good team.
Absolutely you are. I see you guys are already hosting your own mixers. You've had a Sensei mixer, and have you had just a normal shake mixer as well?
No, we have not yet. We're probably this next week going to.
Okay, great. So you're learning the formats and the systems that help it work, and I love seeing all your posts on our team Facebook pages. You have been a great team player, you and Karen, for all the team, welcoming all the team every week and every day that all these new clients and associates are starting. So thank you for all your contributions. And Absolutely, thank you. And what are you most excited about with your USANA business?
You know what, I'm excited for a few things. To get healthier myself, and to help other people get healthy, and for the financial freedom that it will give me.
Absolutely, absolutely. Well, we're going to be talking about financial freedom in the training segment of today, so I'm glad that you brought that up. That's a perfect lead-in. Thank you, Diana.
Thank you.
Yes, and congratulations, Karen. Is Walter with you as well?
He is not, just me and Diana.
Okay, well.
And Pamela.
Pamela.
Oh, she is Diana's lovely sister.
Say hi, Pam. Hello.
Pamela. Awesome. Well, I can tell you have a great sister. I already know that.
Thank you.
All right, and Karen, congratulations on being number 30 top United States Associate Enroller. That's a big deal.
Well, wow, thank you for your help with that.
Yeah, we need to put your name on the recognition. My parents can show you how to do that. So next time you do that, it'll say Walter and Karen Stewart as the top. We need to put your name on there.
All right.
All right. Well, thanks again, and welcome to the team. I look forward to meeting y'all at the next big event.
Thanks.
Yes. All right, so now let's go ahead and move into the training segment of tonight's webinar. And again, I took extra time on the recognition because that is a training in and of itself. Recognition is one of the most important things you can do with your team to build that bond and to have fun. It's the best way to start things up. So you should be part of our USANA clients page, and if you're not, have the person who introduced you to USANA add you to this group. This is on Facebook. It's a private page. When you enroll a new client, you have to friend them. They have to be your friend already on Facebook, and then you go here and you add them. You have to type their name in and hit return, and that's going to add them. And then you do a post, and make sure you tag them and add a picture. Everybody help welcome my new associate or my new client to the family, and write a little note on there. That is very important to build your bond with your clients. Next, if they're part of the business side, if they're becoming a referral partner or an associate, you go to the Team DSI page, which is a separate Facebook page for the business side. You have to add them right there to the business side and then do a post with a picture and tag them. And this is what's going to build the fabric of your business. This is going to build the loyalty and the excitement. So that's with our Facebook. Facebook's an amazing tool. I don't even know how I lived without it. I know that some people are just learning about Facebook, but man, it is awesome to see them grow and our team grow. Now, if you're looking for the outside USANA family, go to Hybrid Solutions, okay? So I want to make this clear. Team DSI is our team. We're a family within USANA. That team was started by myself and my parents. Now, outside of USANA, the best group is Hybrid Solutions. That's over 5,000 USANA associates. This is for associates only. So when you enroll a new associate, you also want to add them to Hybrid Solutions because it's 5,000 USANA associates. And then you do an introduction, same way. Introduce your new person to the Hybrid Solutions family. The best thing about Hybrid is you can ask a question and you can look up stories. You see where it says search this group? Right there, search this group. If you have somebody who has diabetes, you can type in diabetes and see if there's a diabetes story. If you have somebody that has arthritis, you can type in arthritis and see if there's somebody who has an arthritis story. Your prospects do not care about every little ingredient in the pills. So don't go tell them, go take this product because it has XYZ ingredients. What you need to do is tell stories. You need to say, hey, I found a colleague in Colorado who had arthritis, and this is what he took, and this is what helped him. Oh, I found another colleague in California who had arthritis, and this is what she took, and this is what helped her. Oh, I found another colleague in Colorado who had arthritis, and this is what they took, and this is what helped them. And then you have to always say, USANA is not a cure. USANA will not cure your arthritis, but when the body gets what it needs, amazing things can happen. Okay, so if you give your prospects 3 stories of 3 different people, then they're going to sign up. They're going to want to do it. If you bore your prospect with all kinds of details about the pills, they're going to run away from you. So I can't say that more. You have to find stories, and this is where you find them, Hybrid Solutions. Okay, so moving on to building your belief in the industry of network marketing. This is the training segment of tonight's webinar. It's going to be short and sweet, but I have it prepared for you, and I'm going to be actually giving this speech at the Challenge U event in San Antonio this weekend. But I'm going to practice it on y'all, so here we go. First thing, can this really work for me? I'm sure that's what some of you brand new people are wondering. Can this really work for me? This is actually a picture of me in 2006, so almost 10 years ago. I was at the ripe old young age of 26, and that's at the USANA International Convention. I didn't even know what I didn't know. I was just showing up because the people who started me in USANA told me that was the best thing I could do, and I could tell you that that was the best thing I could do, was to attend USANA's International Convention in Salt Lake City, Utah. It's every August, but at this point I was still not sure if I could be successful. And honestly, that's what new associates feel like. They're like, gosh, can I really do this? I've heard of so many of these people failing at something like this. And honestly, the truth is, USANA is a lot like university. There's A students, B students, C students, and D students. And if somebody's an A student, then they're going to make money at this. Even if they're doing it on a part-time basis and they're making $50 a week or $200 a month, but if they're doing the right things 5 hours a week, then they're an A student, okay? There's B students, there's C students, there's D students, and there is F students. But you know, if somebody's an F student in college or they get a D- in a class, they don't say, oh, you know, don't go to college, it's a scam. I paid all my money to college and I got a D, or I failed. People know, no, it was you. You were not a good student. Well, in USANA, it's the same thing. If you want to make money at this and get through this, you have to be a good student. You have to have the attitude, especially the first year, that you're going to be a good student. So that's the one thing I had going for me. I was ready to study and be a good student, and also not just study, but take action. That's learning through action. So there's 4 pillars of belief, and all human behavior is belief-driven. Okay, for you to be successful, there's 4 things you need to have a high belief level in. Number 1 is the products. Okay, that's pretty easy because when you take the products, you feel better. So that's why we have so many clients, because that's easy. The products are going to work for you. You're going to feel better. Number 2 is the company. That's also very easy. I mean, USANA is a great company. They've had over 10 years of record growth every quarter for 10 straight years. People like Dr. Oz, you know, USANA is now the sponsor of the Dr. Oz television show. Dr. Oz has spoken at our last 3 conventions. So USANA's got a lot of really good credibility. And that's a pretty easy one, but you can also go to the international convention to solidify the belief in the company. Number 3 is the industry of network marketing. This is the hard one. This is a hard one for a lot of people because they've been burned before. Maybe they've tried something like this in the past and they're like, oh no, I don't know if one of these things can work. Or for me, it was like, man, can people in my business really succeed? Will people really stay and not everybody drop out? Because you hear about people dropping out all the time. And the answer is yes. With a high skill set, with a high skill level, helping your people get results, they will stay. And that was the thing I had to learn. It had to go with skill. And so tonight we're going to talk about number 3, how to increase your belief in the industry of network marketing. Because honestly, this is a skill set, just like any type of job. If you work in the oil field industry, you have to have a certain skill set. If you work in real estate, you have to have a certain skill set. If you're a nurse, you have to have a certain skill set. Well, network marketing is a skill set, I'm sorry, that it just doesn't happen overnight. If you think you're good at your job, that doesn't mean you'll be good at network marketing. You have to learn just like you learned at your job. So I want to go through that with me. And the fourth one is yourself. And honestly, belief in myself, kind of as my belief in the industry grew, my belief in myself grew at the same time. And I'm going to show you how you can knock out number 3 and number 4 at the same time. Okay, so the first year is the hardest. I just want to put that out there. Here's me at the International Convention. I'm 26 years old. I'm standing in front of the Emerald position, which is funny because that's where I'm very close to achieving right now, 10 years later. I'm standing right here by the $1 Million Club sign because I was going to be a good student, and I'm actually pretty close to the $1 Million Club, believe it or not. That's people who've made over $1 million during their lifetime in USANA. But I tell you what, I still had a lot to learn. I had to be a great student. And so I want to share with you guys how I got through this time of my life and got through that first year and got through all the different years and all the challenges that have been presented to me. So what got me through it, first of all, is personal growth. We talk about the DMO, doing 15 minutes of personal development every day. Well, that starts with GoPro, which is the Eric Worre book, or audiobook. If you're not reading a lot, you need to be listening to audio every single day and still also make time to read. But 15 minutes is so doable. I mean, how many people read ESPN.com at least 15 minutes a day? I'm guilty of that. But make sure that you have some time. And for me, it was Eric Worre, GoPro, and then also Danny Johnson. And both of these individuals have had lots of challenges. They share their challenges. They share their struggles. And they share how they overcame them. And they also share specific strategies. And so I became a student. And I still am a student. I'm constantly studying and applying what I learned. So those are the first 2 I would say to start with for those of you watching this webinar. The next thing that got me through it is events. Now, events, what they do is they give you more stories. Remember, people don't care about how much they can make or how much you can make. They care about who's done it and how they did it. They care about stories. And the events have basically, it's just nothing but testimonials of people who overcame challenges. So the first thing is USANA's International Convention. Can you see this stage? That's in the Energy Solutions Arena in Salt Lake City, Utah. That's where professional basketball happens. That's where the Utah Jazz play. And that's the USANA stage. That's the 20th annual convention. You see that group in the orange in the front? Our group was actually all in the orange shirts on the top, on the right-hand side of the stage because we got there early and we sat in front. But I can just tell you guys, the International Convention in August, that is the most important event of the year. There's other events that are also very important, but this one is where you get to see people from 19 different countries for 4 days. It is so exciting. I love Salt Lake City, Utah, and that event. We're all together, so please make that a priority. This is what got me through my first year, was going to International Convention. Second thing was GoPro Recruiting Mastery. GoPro Recruiting Mastery is something that's unique because it's not just USANA. It's all the companies in the network marketing industry coming together, and they only allow people on stage who've earned over $1 million in a year. That's $100,000 per month, people. Okay, so do you want to hear from people who have figured out how to build their business to $100,000 a month? Of course you do. Now, of course, not everybody wants to make such huge money, but even if I failed by 90%, I would still make 6 figures of what these people make, right? And that's what I love about GoPro Recruiting Mastery. That's happening in October. You get to learn directly from Eric Worre and all the top people in our industry. So events is what got me through it. And not just going to one event or 2 events, but going to events consistently every year. Okay, that's one of the keys. This is not just something that you do once. It's continually working on your skills. The events helped me with my belief in myself because I met other people that could do it. It gave me strategies that worked. That helped me believe in myself. And it also helped me believe in the industry because it's undeniable when you see, you know, hundreds and thousands of people who've had success all in the same room, then you say, okay, I can do this too. You have to grow a new brain with new skill sets. Really, that's the bottom line. The skill sets you have right now have helped you succeed at the job you currently have. You want to succeed at the network marketing type of job, then you have to grow that new skill sets. And so that's a process. And again, that's a DMO process, doing your little things every single day and also attending your events on a regular basis and reading and doing the two brand new people a day texts. Consistency is what got me through it. So consistency with attending events, consistency with doing my DMO, my daily method of operation, my 2 texts a day, 2 brand new texts a day. That's the hardest part, doing those 2 new texts. I want to replace that with saying those 2 new texts are the easiest thing a day. Sending 2 new texts is the easiest thing I can do. And then doing my personal development every day. If you're watching this webinar, that means you're doing your personal development because Monday is our personal development day with the team, and this webinar counts for your 15 minutes of personal development. Obviously, it's longer than 15 minutes. Now I want to share with you my results, okay? So these are these results are personal to me. You may grow faster or you might grow slower, but this is my journey, okay? So I'm going to share with you my results of what I did in my first 9 years of working. I'm in my 10th year right now, but these are 9 years complete with USANA. 2006, I made $8,600 working my USANA business. So that's an average of maybe about, what, $700 a month, give or take. And I worked really hard. I felt like I worked really hard, and that's not a lot of money for, I feel like, the hardest I worked. But again, I stayed consistent. I stayed faithful. When I wasn't getting the best results, I still tried to stay positive, and that's what helped me get through it. The second year, 2007, I made $65,000 in 2007, and that was what replaced my guitar teacher income. And that was such an exciting year for me because I felt like, wow, I can do this. I can create this as a career. And I have not had a job since 2007. I'm so thankful to USANA because USANA is such a consistent company. I've seen other companies come and go, but USANA has continued to stay strong. 2008, I made 66 grand, so I did better a little bit in 2008. But 2009, guys, that's a year where most people would have quit. 2009, my income went down to $49,000. Now, why did my income go down? My income went down because the first couple years, I didn't know how to build good people. I didn't know how to teach my people how to do the things that would keep their clients. So everyone was always signing up and dropping out, signing up and dropping out, signing up and dropping out. And it was just frustrating. And I didn't quit, though. Even though I had a tough year, that was probably my hardest year, 2009. I also was in a relationship that I had a breakup, and the girl broke my heart. And I was just kind of like a mess too emotionally. But you know what? I stuck through it. I said, I'm still doing my USANA business. I don't care. And I got through it. And in 2010, I got back up to $65,000. And that was great. Things were going good. I also met Crystal, my wife now, in 2010. And 2011, I broke through the barriers and made $95,000. And things were going great. And I was, dating Crystal. Life was good. I had good skill sets with my USANA business. But I'll tell you something that I made a mistake in 2011. I was spending all the money just as fast as I was making it. I had a Hummer. I had a big gas guzzler Hummer vehicle. I actually had a Mercedes before that. I was spending all my money trying to look rich. I was buying all these meals, eating out. I was not doing meal planning. So basically, I was spending all the money I was making, and I want to just recommend you guys that you study Danny Johnson War on Debt program or Dave Ramsey. I know that a lot of you guys have, because there's no use to looking rich. It's better to be rich than look rich, and that was a hard lesson for me, even though I made all that money. So my income went down a little bit. Honestly, I was probably spending too much. I was not working enough, and I still didn't have the skill set. And in 2012 is when I met Danny Johnson. that's when everything changed for me, because in 2012, you know, I still managed to make a really pretty good income, but that 2012 income, I was paying off debt. My bills, like, I basically cut off about $1,500 of fat, which means I had a bunch of money left at the end of every month. And even though I made less money in 2012, I had a much better lifestyle in 2012. And then with my skill set in 2013, I made $85K again with all my war on debt strategies. And then last year I made $87,000. So I've been really pretty consistent the last 4 years at a really good income. It's a pretty high corporate America income. I used to be a guitar teacher. As a guitar teacher, I was only making about probably $30,000 a year. Also, I will tell you guys, a lot of you know my story with my wife. My wife, Crystal, got diagnosed with cervical cancer in 2013. And 2014 was a hard year because my wife had to go through chemo and radiation. And if I didn't have the money to take the time off to take her to all her appointments, if I didn't have my USANA business, which gave us vitamins so that my wife could take them so she could have high good blood scores through her chemo. Now, USANA is not a cure, but it really helped my wife keep her blood scores high as she went through chemo and radiation. Today, my wife, Crystal, is cancer-free. She's totally happy, healthy, successful, and she's a big part of our team. And so I couldn't have done that. And it took those years of where I built all those relationships. You know, I know Dr. Ladd McNamara because of my time in USANA, and have so many friends who are doctors who helped us through that hard time in our life. So it's been about the money, but it's also been about the health, and most importantly about the friendships. And I love each and every one of you that's on this call, and everyone who's come through my journey in these last 9 years, because that's what helped me be the person I am today. And I think that this is such a worthwhile journey to be on, and we all do it together. So that's basically how I want to end the training segment of tonight, is by telling you guys to enjoy the journey. Slow down and enjoy the journey right now. Take time for the people in your life. They won't always be there. Throughout this time, one of the biggest things Danny Johnson taught me was to take a day of rest. Every Saturday night to Sunday night, I take a 24-hour period where I do not work. I spend time with Crystal and the family. I also have exact date nights planned for Crystal, at least two nights a week for sure. That we have nights where we're together, where we're doing some type of activity or daytime dates. Also, once every 3 months, I do a getaway weekend with Crystal to help us make sure we keep our relationship good. Because you can get consumed by working USANA. You can work, and ignore your family. I've seen leaders do that. They end up in divorce, and they end up wishing they would have spent more time with their family. So I want to encourage all of you who are listening, you've got to schedule that time. Schedule that time with your spouse. Schedule that time with your kids, and schedule the time with USANA. That way you won't feel guilty. And when you do USANA, you can feel good about it. It's one of the main things I learned from Danny Johnson, is enjoy the journey, slow down. It's going to be hard work, but make sure that you also make that time for your family. All right, so now to finish our announcements and get you guys ready for the week. Tomorrow in Salt Lake City, actually in Farmington, Utah, Dee Cummings and Phyllis Walker are hosting an event February 24th, 6:30 p.m. It's a USANA mixer. Stop by, have a shake, and learn from some of our best team members and see how it's done, and bring your guests. And this flyer is available on our team Facebook page, and you can RSVP to Dee or Phyllis. The numbers are right there. Next, we have a mixer also tomorrow in San Antonio at the home of Zeke, Reyna, and Annabell Trevino. And the address is right there. RSVP to Zeke, Reyna. This is hosted by Jesus, Reyna, and Zeke and Annabell. It's going to be an awesome event. It's their very first mixer, so this is really a great one for you guys in our local San Antonio market. And then, for those of you in San Antonio, on Thursday night is a USANA hotel presentation for guests. It's featuring Dr. Brian Dixon, the USANA scientist who was on Dr. Oz today. By the way, guys, I know you guys all heard we were on Dr. Oz. USANA was featured on Dr. Oz today with the Proflavanol grapeseed extract product, and Dr. Brian Dixon was on that show today. He's going to be in San Antonio this Thursday, 7 o'clock. And also Brian Douglas, a financial educator who's a Diamond Director, and he's a multi-million-dollar earner in USANA. He's been with USANA for over 20 years, and he's from Utah. And this starts at 7:30, but get there at 7 to get a good seat. And if you're registered for Challenge U, it's free, and it's free for guests as well. Next, we have a Sansei skincare party that's happening Saturday, February 28th in San Antonio with Nancy Gibbons, and who I'm very proud of, because Nancy has stepped up and started to host this event on her own in San Antonio. And Nancy, I'm going to unmute you if I can. All right, Nancy, I just unmuted you. Are you there?
I am here.
All right.
Thanks.
Yes, so Nancy, tell us, what are you excited about with USANA, and tell us a little bit about your event on Saturday, February 28th.
Well, I like the fact that I can host this spa party once a month, and it gives an opportunity to potential customers to actually test out the products firsthand before they buy it, and as well as give the brand spanking new associates an opportunity to actually do the same and gain knowledge from it. And it's also an opportunity for all the associates in the general area to become fast friends and friends for life, which I have made a lot of friends that I think are going to be friends for life.
Absolutely, Nancy.
That's in a nutshell.
I couldn't have said it any better. That was beautiful. You're totally right. It is about all of those things, building that bond with the associates, helping the new clients, helping the new associates get their training. So if you're in San Antonio and you're not attending the Challenge U training seminar, which I know many of you are attending the Challenge U, but if you're not, go to this event hosted by Nancy, 1 o'clock this Saturday.
From 1 to 3.
From 1 to 3. Thank you, Nancy.
Thanks.
All right. Next is the Team Snowshoe. If you're in Salt Lake City, Utah, there is a Team Snowshoe happening Saturday, February 28th at 10:30 a.m. in the Utah Mountains. RSVP to Randy and Viola. Mom and Dad, do you want to say a few words about this event?
Sure. We've been wanting to put together a Team Snowshoe, but unfortunately we have not really had a ton of new snow in the mountains. We did good through Christmas. Usually try to do one in January or February, but we've been getting a few storms passing by, so it's going to be a lot of fun. Just meet, maybe go for a couple-hour snowshoe, and then meet at one of the lodges and go for hot chocolate as well.
I love it. I love going for hot chocolate at that lodge you're talking about. If you have not done this with my parents, I highly recommend you do. It's a great way to bond with the team and bring some clients. If you have friends that are just clients that don't want to work in USANA but they want to have friends, they might come hang out and decide to become an associate. Exactly. You never know. Also bring your associates, bring anybody you want to, even if they're not in USANA. Just bring friends, because this is all about friends and building relationships. They say friends first, right?
Yep.
Thank you, Mom and Dad. Next is the Challenge U training seminar in San Antonio coming up this weekend. I know Megan Martinez is registered, Priscilla Ramirez is registered, Robin Alviso. We have Amy Gonzalez that's registered. We have Khalid Medina who's on the line that's registered. We have so many people in our San Antonio market that's going to this, because this is an opportunity for you to get professional training, and it's only $79. Normally you'd have to spend over $1,000 to a destination event, and for those of you in the local market, this is the best thing you can do. And so it's kicked off on Thursday night by the event we just announced, the hotel presentation, but it actually starts on Friday, the 27th, at 9 in the morning, and it's 9 to 5 both Friday and Saturday, and you're going to hear from all these speakers listed. Each one of these speakers is a six-figure earner in USANA, and then of course Dr. Brian Dixon, USANA scientist, and Liesl Huber is a tennis champion, from professional tennis athlete that's going to be there. I'm so excited about this event, and it's going to be happening this weekend. If you have not registered and you're watching this webinar and you want to go, contact me. We'll get you the information. It's only $99. Again, normally you have to spend probably $200-300 for an event like this, plus you got to fly and get hotels. So this is definitely the way to go for those of you in the San Antonio market that want professional training. And you see the cost right there. It's gone up to $99, which is still a deal, and you can register yourself at challengeuevents.com. Next is the Las Vegas event, the world's most in-demand network marketing speaker and trainer. Eric Worre, the author of the GoPro book and audio series and the host of the GoPro event in October, is going to be speaking at USANA. And this is at the USANA National Celebration and High Performance Summit. Okay, so this event, I'm going to tell you guys about this event because we're all going to Las Vegas in April. It's going to be a blast. And here's how it works. Okay, it's basically 3 events in one. The High Performance Summit is for golds and above, number 1. So if you're not a gold director, then obviously this event you have to wait till you become gold. If you become gold by then, I will pay for your $129 entrance into there. But all our golds and above of our team will be at the High Performance Summit. Now, if you're not a gold and above, don't worry. There's number 2 and number 3 are big, huge training events, and they're a blast, and we're going to be at everything. So the U.S. National Celebration Gala is a dress-up dinner Friday night, April 24th. So you want to fly into Las Vegas maybe Friday morning, get in your hotel, get unpacked, and be at the gala by about 6 p.m., dressed to impress. And it's an award ceremony for the United States market. You want to meet people who are the best in the United States market, know the who's who of associates, make friends. The friends I've made have helped me so much to my success in USANA, and it's $49, and that includes dinner. So, I mean, if we were just going out and going to a training, we'd spend $20 to eat at Chili's. It's $49, and you're going to get a training because you're going to meet people who are the best in the company. So that's number 2, okay, Friday night. Now, number 3 is the U.S. National event. That's an all-day training with Eric Worre himself, the GoPro guy, and that's $75. So basically, if you're going to go to Las Vegas, it's $125 for those 2 events. That's from 9 to 5, 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. on Saturday. So you can fly home Sunday, but those 2 things, that event is the first big event of the year, and if you're really serious, you want to get a jump start to your business, I would say come with us to Las Vegas. It's going to be so much fun. And then the event's going to be held at the Red Rock Hotel, and that they have discounted rooms of $150 a night. But I also know that Becky Armstrong of our team has some connections that might be able to get a timeshare to the tune of everybody sharing like a 12-bedroom timeshare, or not 12-bedroom, but a timeshare that can accommodate 12 people. And I'm going to try and unmute Becky if Becky could share on the line. I just unmuted you, Becky. Becky Armstrong from North Carolina. Thank you so much for telling us about that. Could you just give the team a little insight onto about this timeshare that could potentially happen?
Well, I'm hoping, I mean, I spoke about it before I even checked into it, but a lot of times my brother has a lot of timeshare points at the Wyndham hotels in Vegas, and the rooms are gorgeous, just absolutely gorgeous. And if we can get the presidential suite, it sleeps 12. It's got a big, you know, of course, a big kitchen table that fits 12, and a big bar, big kitchen, fully equipped, washers and dryers, the whole bit, and lots of pools. So there'd be plenty to do and plenty of room to invite people if you know anybody in the area to come and hang out with us as part of it. So
Awesome.
I'll find out about if we can get room.
Okay, we'll be waiting to hear from you on that, Becky. Thank you so much. I think that would be such a fun bonding experience for everybody who stays there, especially if you go and you hang out with your team, and it becomes super cheap, you know, because everyone's splitting the cost. Or you could go find a cheap room in Las Vegas if you want as well, but it's going to be at the Red Rock Hotel. That's where all this is happening, and if you want to stay at the Red Rock Hotel, it's $150 a night, and you would only need to stay for 2 nights, Friday night and Saturday night, fly home Sunday. Lastly, we're putting together a table, because when you're at the gala, it's going to be like tables everywhere, and we all want to sit together as a team. Well, if we all reserve a table together, then we can sit together at the gala. If not, we're going to be spread out. So the way you do that is someone has to pay up front for a table of 10. We need to know if you're going to go to Las Vegas, because if you are, we're going to get a table, and we're all going to sit together. And it's first come, first serve. So if you want to be at a table with me and my parents, then I suggest you register and get ready for this so that we can have us all sit together. And if we get more than 10, then we'll get a second table. But that's the goal. And so please communicate with us. We'll be following up with all of you this week on that event. But it's going to be a blast in Las Vegas. And then after that event, we're going to have 4 months where we're going to work our business.
Jared?
Yes, Mom. Go ahead.
I was just going to add, so when they register online, don't register for the gala online yet. Talk to us first so that you can get on our table that way.
Correct. It's a separate charge for the gala and for the $75 Saturday event. You can register for the $75 Saturday event, but don't register for the Friday night event. Talk to us first. Thank you, Mom. Very good point. The International Convention So we're going to have 4 months after that to work towards the international convention, and this is in Salt Lake City, Utah, August 19th through the 22nd. This is the biggest event of the year. This event is required for those who want to take it far on USANA, and obviously it's a ways out, but I want you to mark your calendars for August 19th through the 22nd. We usually fly a day early, so we'd fly on August 18th, and we fly home on August 23rd. But this event is a life-changing event. It's the biggest event of the year. You're going to hear from Dr. Wentz, our founder. Dr. Oz is going to be there, as well as over 10,000 associates from 20 different countries. We take over Salt Lake City, Utah. It's a blast, and that's the event I look forward to the most of the year. And then at the end of the year, we're going to go to GoPro. GoPro, October 14th through the 17th. It's in Las Vegas. It's already sold out. I bought 25 tickets in advance. I'll be getting you more information on that. But that event is totally different. It's not a USANA event. It's just how to build a network marketing business. They only allow people on stage who've made over $1 million in a year. So it really is a very unique event. It's all about mastering your craft. And I love that event. We'll be getting you more information on that. But go ahead and mark your calendars for October 14th through the 17th of this year. And lastly, I want to tell you guys, be prepared. This is a picture of the trunk of my car. And you see those Ladd McNamara CDs, The Power of Cellular Nutrition? I just ordered 50. And and Rene and Megan Martinez just ordered 50. Because we got to be ready. We got to have those. When we do our mixers, we give those to our guests at the very end. Eric Worre GoPro books, they're $12 a piece. You got to have those for your associates to sign up. The USANA newspaper, you got to have those. Have them ready in the back of your car. You never know when you're going to get a chance to help someone with USANA. You got to be prepared. And again, I just want to remind everybody to end our team DMO. Use the products every day. Read, listen, or watch 15 minutes of personal development, and it's so easy to just send 2 brand new texts. Even right now, at 10 o'clock at night, you can, or even 11 o'clock East Coast time, you can send out 2 brand new texts. Or Facebook message. You could even do Facebook private messenger and invite 2 brand new people a day. Please remember to do your DMO. Everything comes from DMO. So I know we went a little over time, but it was just a phenomenal visiting section at the very beginning, and I'm glad we did it because of the recognition is so important. I learned so much from each one of you. But I just want to end with any questions. You can raise your hand. On the webinar, there's a little thing that says raise hand. If you have a question, now's the time to do it. Other than that, I'm going to just call on a few people to hear what they got most out of the webinar. I'm going to start with Khalid Medina in San Antonio, Texas. I just unmuted you, Khalid. Are you there?
Yeah, man, I'm here.
All right, good to hear your voice, bro. So tell me, what did you like most about the webinar?
I mean, everything was great, and I mean, everything's on point. I mean, it's simple. I've been in USANA like going on 3 years now, and I think the biggest takeaway that I just see how I admire about you is that you're just so consistent, like no matter what. And I know that's been my biggest crutch is I'll go like spurts, but then I kind of fall out, and then you know what I mean? I don't stay consistent with a DMO, and I notice whenever I stay consistent with a DMO, like things start happening, you start building up your pipeline. So that's like the biggest thing that I take from it, because life always happens, but you got to stay consistent.
Right, yeah, absolutely. Well, thank you for saying that, because you're not the only one. Everybody has those challenges, and I've gone through those too in my time with USANA. But I really appreciate you mentioning that, and also being vulnerable and letting us know, hey, it hasn't always been easy, you know. But here you are, 3 years into your USANA journey. You're still on it. You're attending the Challenge U event this weekend, and you're ready to hit it hard, and also newly married. Congratulations, by the way.
Oh, thank you.
And we're looking forward to spending time with you this weekend. For those of you who don't know Khalid Medina, he's one of our best business partners, and he's here in the San Antonio market. He will be at International Convention for those of you who are not in San Antonio, but those of you who are in San Antonio, you're going to meet him this weekend at Challenge U. So thank you, Khalid. It's good to hear from you.
Awesome, man.
Thanks. I want to also go to Priscilla Ramirez, who's doing an amazing job in San Antonio. I just unmuted you, Priscilla. Do you have any questions, or what was your big highlight from the webinar tonight?
Actually, we had gotten cut off, boss, so we really didn't get a lot of the...
Ramirez?
We got the end.
Robert Ramirez.
Yes, sir.
Good to hear your voice as well. So Robert and Priscilla are a husband and wife team in San Antonio. They've enrolled 3 clients in their first 3 weeks, making their first check this week. Very proud of you guys. So Robert and Priscilla, I know you didn't hear the... No, you're welcome. I know you didn't hear the entire webinar, but what you did hear, what was your highlight?
Was your story, like staying consistent, because I myself have trouble with that too, and I get discouraged at at times. But then I think again, and I know I could do it.
Yes, you do, and you are doing it every week. Every week you've enrolled a new client. So I'm very proud of you, Priscilla and Robert, for having faith, and most importantly, for believing in yourself and helping others.
Now we're working on enrolling somebody else tomorrow, hopefully. So there's one previous, you might have known him already, but he's from San Antonio. He was with USANA about 3 years ago, and he's one of my coworkers. So I've been talking to him back and forth about it, and I might be getting him in as a client. Only he doesn't want to be an associate. He says so. Hopefully, get him in as a client again.
Fantastic, Robert.
He spoke very highly of the product, so he says he has faith in it and he's willing to do it again.
Wow, love to hear that. I love hearing that. Well, thank you for sharing, Robert and Priscilla, and congratulations on the great start that you've had so far. And Priscilla, I'm looking forward to spending the weekend with you at Challenge U.
Thank you.
Yes, you're welcome. All right, and I also want to go to Jesus Reyna in San Antonio. I'm going to unmute you, Jesus. You have to unmute yourself as well. I know that you were on and then lost the webinar, and now I saw you've been back on for a while. Jesus, what was the highlight for you tonight, and do you have any questions?
No, I don't have any questions. Really, everything was it was a good touch-up, a good refresher. You touched up on a lot of things that you've been instilling in the training in the training, but like everyone else saying about the consistency, if you don't hear it enough, you kind of forget about it because you become complacent. So the good thing, if anything, I'm going to give you props because you keep reinforcing it. You keep reminding everybody that, hey, don't forget to do this, or hey, you got to do this, do this way, or don't forget to do this. And that's the good thing about this entire thing is that the reinforcement. Everybody needs at one given point, and it's good.
Awesome. Well, thank you, Jesus, and congratulations on all your success this week and hosting your first mixer with the Reyna family tomorrow.
It should be fun.
Yes.
I'm looking forward to it.
Me too.
With my nephew, my sister-in-law, and everybody else that hopefully will attend. It'll be fun.
Absolutely. Yes, it will. Awesome. Thank you, Jesus. All right. I want to move forward now, lastly, to Annabell and Zeke. I just unmuted you. What was the highlights for you, Annabell and Zeke?
It made me realize how much I have to learn.
Right? What do you think is the first thing you have to learn?
There's just so much, we're brand new into it. Every time you say something like, what is that? Okay, what does that mean? What is that acronym? We're trying to figure it out as we go. So there's going to be a lot for us to be studying on. Right.
Well, don't worry. I want you guys to, I'm glad you said something because it's easy to get overwhelmed. But I will say that when we work with a new associate, just focus on the things we've given you one little piece at a time. Tonight might have been overwhelming, but I wanted you to just get the stories. Really, my goal was for you to get the stories. Other than that, one thing at a time, and we'll make sure you know what those steps are, okay?
Okay, sounds good.
Awesome. Thanks for being on. And I want to give the final word to my mom and dad, Randy and Viola. Do y'all have any, what was your highlights from the webinar and any last comments?
Well, this is Mom. I've been taking notes, so I wrote down everybody and all of their tips, and it's just so valuable to have, to see everybody growing, and really people are picking up the basics, and they're doing the right things that are going to make them successful. We didn't have all this when we started, So looking at your journey, your 9-year journey, when you were talking about your income, that brought a lot of memories back to me. And you know, we've been in this journey together for all these years, and I've watched you. I've watched you through all the ups and the downs, and it's just priceless. I just want to tell everyone that it's so worth it. You want to do it. You want to just go, you know, it's just, I can't even get the words to describe it. But I just want to thank everyone for blessing me, blessing my life and my son's life, and you know, I'm just really, really touched right now. So I just want to thank everyone and tell you all I love you.
Oh, thanks. We love you too, Mom.
Yeah, I think I want to let Betty had a very successful mixer last week. I just want to give her a second to talk about it, if that's okay, Jared.
Yes, I wanted to hear from her. I'm glad that you got her unmutable. Go ahead.
There you go. Betty, you're on.
Hi, I'm here.
Hi. Hey. Tell us about your mixer and what you learned from it and what you liked about it. Your skin, you had a skincare
Yeah, we
event.
did both the mixer and the skincare.
Mm-hmm.
And what I really liked is people were there. There wasn't pressure. It was just a get-together. Try the products, see what you like. And the presentation that you did, Jared,
yeah,
simple. It was so easy. I had never looked at it. And I gave the whole thing.
Wow, so you did the whole slideshow. Awesome.
Yeah.
It was very, very well put together.
Oh, I'm so glad. I am so glad that it worked for you, and it was very simple to follow. That's what we want.
Yep.
Simple way to do it.
Yep. And we had some great helpers here.
Mm-hmm.
I had a great model.
Thank you.
Keep up the great work, Betty. I love to see your posts every week that you're doing. You're taking action, and thank you to all of you who are working each and every day. I'm doing it. Going Executive Ruby. There's only 5 weeks left, and thank you guys for staying focused every single week, every single day, and helping new people start in USANA, because we are going executive together. This is a team goal. And the fact that everyone's succeeding is what's making this happen. So thank you, Betty, for all the hard work, and thank you to everyone for all your hard work.
And that is back to you.
All right. Thanks, Betty. Mom and Dad, did you have anything else you wanted to add before we end?
Nope, that's
it.
Okay, so we're going to unmute the lines, and everybody, you can unmute yourself, but we always like to end the lines by saying good night and God bless. So everyone have a great night. Good night and God bless.
Good night. God bless.
Good night and God bless.
Good night.
Good night. Thank you.
Good night. God bless.